If those people are assholes, I would jump ship.
Yeah, see, like if those
They
people
could, yeah, they
are
could be
assholes, or
assholes.
if it's older people or children, or you know.
I would jump ship then. Like, you never know if like one of those people
He's a furry.
is. No, but like.
Abandon the ship.
Welcome back, and we're gonna do some difficult dilemmas this time because we're curious as to what our.
I have a hat. Oh no, my hat's on.
No, and we're curious to see what our answers will be. So.
I know we said that we were gonna upload more to Medium.
Well, fuck the Medium. No.
No. Don't fuck the Medium. We're gonna upload more Medium. But for now, we're just gonna do some random stuff.
Yes.
And I guess we'll upload some Medium. Well, I guess
later this week.
Yeah, later this week. But we don't have. No.
We don't really have the time right now to be uploading
like
the Medium.
The vibe, I guess, to play Medium.
That as well.
All right.
Anyway, our first dilemma.
Let's make some people angry.
Your best friend's wedding. You are at your best friend's wedding just an hour before the ceremony is to start. Earlier that day, you came across definitive proof that your best friend's spouse-to-be is having an affair with the best man/maid of honor, and you catch them sneaking out of a room together looking disheveled. If you tell your friend about the affair, their day will be ruined, but you don't want them to marry a cheater. What do you do? Tell your best friend, sure, the day will be ruined, but better a day ruined than an entire life. Or say nothing, your job is to be supportive and participate in your friend's happiness.
I guess this one is pretty easy.
For me, it's easy. I would definitely tell my best friend.
I mean, it's still your best friend, you know.
It's your best friend, so
I'd rather have them have a happy life than.
Yeah, sure, the day will be ruined and there will be a lot of money at cost, but
they will find someone else and then they can do the best day of their life, you know, with that other person.
With the other person.
So I guess this is an easy one.
This is an easy one.
Tell your best friend.
87%. The other 13% are idiots. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's up to you.
48.4k votes.
Wow.
Jesus.
Okay. Robin Hood. You are an eyewitness to a crime. A man has robbed a bank, but instead of keeping the money for himself, he donates it to a poor orphanage that can now afford to feed, clothe, and care for its children. You know who committed the crime. If you go to the authorities with the information, there's a good chance the money will be returned to the bank, leaving a lot of kids in need. What do? Turn the robber into the authorities, right is right, or say nothing since the money went to what you deem a good cause?
I'm gonna be honest, but you know, so far they're not really that difficult for me.
For me neither. I would say nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say anything. I mean, you know, they stole money from a bank. A bank is corrupt as hell.
True that. I
mean,
mean,
they're stealing money from, well, a company that steals money, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Plus, they're giving it to an orphanage that is poor, and now they can afford to feed and clothe and care for the children.
It's your money? Like, he stole the money from a bank, but it was actually like your money. I mean, well, in a way. Imagine you have like
tough luck, but they probably need it more than me. If it's like $1 million, then I would be mad. But if it's like 1,000 or 2,000 euros or something.
Imagine you have like one of those lockers in a bank. And usually when you have a locker like that in a bank, I guess it's more than a few $1,000s, so...
Yeah, true.
What would you do then?
But what are the chances, though, that it would be yours?
Well, I mean... No.
I mean, for me... it doesn't say that it's your money. It just says that it's money of the bank itself.
True,
so I would say nothing. If it was my money, and if it was a lot of money, I would probably... be angry.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, no,
I think like if I'm not doing anything with the money at the moment, like I would probably like turn the robber into the authorities and then just give a big heap of money to the orphanage anyway. I think that's what I would do if it were to be my money. But I don't know.
Pannenkoek. No, sure.
But it says that the money is from the bank itself.
Yeah,
so
no, I'll probably say nothing as well, you know.
Yeah. 77%.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, 77%. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Company policy.
You have a job as network administrator for a company that also employs your best friend's husband. One day, your best friend's husband sends you a message asking you to release an email from quarantine. This requires you to open the email, at which point you discover that it's correspondence between this guy and his secret lover. After releasing the email, you find yourself in a pickle. Your instinct is to tell your best friend about his husband's infidelities, but divulging the contents of company emails is against company policy, and you could lose your job. Once it becomes plain that your best friend found out about his cheating husband through a company email, all trails will inevitably lead to you as the leak. Do you tell him about the indiscretion? I tell him.
Alright, so basically, if you don't tell your best friend that, he's cheating, well, his husband is cheating,
they're probably
he will
going
find
to find
out later
anyway.
on, and then he'll probably hate you for that. But if you do tell your best friend that her husband,
His
or
husband.
his husband,
His husband. It
doesn't
says his husband.
yeah, is cheating, like, you could lose your job. To be honest, I don't know. Like, I guess there's like a way to say to your friend, like, hey, I have like a feeling that your husband is cheating, without saying that's like from an email.
Yeah, you could always say that, like, hey, I have a hunch, or hey, I saw this in an email that your husband is cheating, but could you maybe, like, shut up about it, like, keep an eye on him, and as soon as you start noticing that he's gone from work more often, you can start asking him questions, and if he's being secretive or something, you can always, like, confront him and ask him if he's cheating or something without it leading back to you.
Yeah, true, but then again, the husband might have like, oh, he suddenly knows about my cheating thing, so maybe
but
her best friend.
I would still tell my best friend.
Yeah, say I probably
They
say the
deserve
same
the truth.
thing. But I don't think it's that easy for a company to fire you just because you said to your best friend that
His husband is cheating.
yeah.
So no, I tell my best friend.
All right.
Your loyalty to your best friend
Oh, no,
eclipses
you're
any
loyal to-
company policy.
Oh, that's
a close
that's
one.
a bit more divided.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that actually
Alright, so
surprises me a little bit.
Foxtails 31%.
All right. A sinking sensation. You've been on a cruise for 2 days when there is an accident that forces everyone on board to abandon ship. During the evacuation, one of the boats is damaged, leaving it with a hole that fills it with water. You figure that with 10 people in the boat, you can keep the boat afloat by having 9 people scoop the filling water out by hand for 10 minutes while the 10th person rests. After that person's 10-minute rest, he or she will get back to work while another person rests, and so on. This should keep the boat from sinking long enough for a rescue team to find you, as long as it happens within 5 hours. You're taking your first break when you notice your best friend in a sound lifeboat with only 9 people in it, and he beckons you to swim over and join them, so you won't have to keep bailing out of water. If you leave the people in the sinking boat, they will only be able to stay afloat for 2 hours instead of 5, decreasing their chance of being rescued, but securing yours. What do you do?
Alright, a bit random, but I don't know. I think I'd stay on the boat.
So it's basically like sacrifice the life of 9 people to save your own, or sacrifice your muscles.
Yeah, but then
to
again,
help scoop out the water.
But then again, like 5 hours.
It's a long time.
It's a long time before rescue might come. I mean, like, if it's in the middle of nowhere, it might take a day or something like that, or even longer for people to come rescue you. So then again, 5 hours isn't like that long. So if it's like 5 hours or 2 hours, it doesn't really matter if it takes 10 hours or like a couple of days before rescue is on its way. So.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you're a douchebag because you sacrifice yourself for.
Yeah, I don't think I would be able to sacrifice 9 lives. Because it says stay in your boat and hope that you are all rescued in 5 hours' time before the boat sinks and you all drown, or jump ship and join your friend in his boat and hope that the others are rescued within 2 hours.
Yeah, still, I don't think people are gonna get rescued in 5 hours.
I don't know.
I mean, it really depends on when they signal that they're sinking, and if it's early on, but if it's like a sudden accident, like and the boat just goes like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to live with the thought that they survive or not. I personally would stay on the boat.
I'm doubting. I'm really doubting. Thing is, like, I don't think. I mean, even this, you have to scoop out water for 90 minutes. 90 minutes.
Yeah.
With and then a 10 minutes rest. That's even impossible. I mean.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on a lot of stuff. Like,
if those people are assholes, I would jump ship.
yeah, see, like if those
they
people
could,
are,
yeah, they
are
could
assholes,
be
or if it's older people or children, or
I would jump ship then. Like, you never know if like one of those people
is a furry.
Is no, but like
abandon the ship.
No, but like if one of those people is like an asshole and just doesn't do shit.
See, like, I don't know. I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm just gonna jump ship and join your friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wow.
We're
I guess
assholes.
68 people have have a morality, whatever.
They have empathy.
Empathy.
The Accidental Samaritan. You're involved in a 2-car crash on your way to work one morning in which you accidentally hit and kill a pedestrian. As you get out of the car, you are intercepted by a tearful woman who seems to think that she hit and killed the pedestrian. You're not sure why she thinks she hit the person, but she is convinced. There's only you, the woman, and the person you hit on the road. There are no witnesses. You know that whoever is deemed responsible will probably be sent to jail. What do you do? Confess your responsibility. You wouldn't be able to live with the guilt of an innocent person being in jail for a crime you committed, or let the woman take the blame. The thought of being locked away from your life and family is too much to bear. This is a difficult one.
I don't think you're gonna be locked for like your life for something that's an accident. I mean, it's not like a hit and run or something like that. Plus, I still think that something like this, the police will, investigate everything, and in the end they will probably find out that it's you that did the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So I would confess. The best thing is just to confess. And if you confess, there's a chance that you confess that you did it.
And they'll go easier on you maybe because they're like, hey, they look like they are remorseful.
Yeah, and if it's an accident, it says it's an accident, so
it's not like you meant to kill that person. So
you probably go to jail or something like that, but not for life. Oof.
Wow.
To be honest, I feel this one is a lot more how should I say it, harder compared to the other one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now you're lying to someone and she's going to jail, while the other one is they probably die anyway. So.
Yeah, I guess. All right, next one. A day at the beach. Your family is vacationing alone on a private stretch of beach with no lifeguard. Your daughter and your niece, both 7, are best friends and eager to get into the water. You caution them to wait until the water calms some, but they defy you and sneak in anyway. You soon hear screams of distress and find them both caught in a strong current. You are the only swimmer strong enough to save them, but you can only save one at a time. Your niece is a very poor swimmer and likely won't make it much longer, and your daughter is a strong swimmer but only has a 50% chance of holding on long enough for you to come back for her. Who do you save first? Save your daughter first. You know that your niece will probably die, but you can't bear to lose your child. Or save your niece first and hope that your daughter can hold on long enough for you to come back for her.
I don't know. If it's your daughter, I think most people will go for their daughter.
I mean,
Like,
it's your kid.
yeah. I mean, I know it's hard to say, but
And for a parent to lose a child, that's 50%, only a 50% chance of surviving.
so basically, if you rescue your niece, your daughter has a 50 chance of surviving. While if you save your daughter, your niece is dead anyway. I don't know. Like, it's still your daughter, you know. But at the same time, you don't think like, oh, if I save my daughter now, the niece will be dead. But if I save the niece,
Yeah, if it's in the moment, you would definitely go for your daughter first. Definitely.
So I think I'm gonna go for daughter.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, wow.
We're assholes again.
I don't think we're assholes. I think these people are just like, if it happens at the moment, 99% of the people will go for their daughter. Like 99%.
I'm 100% sure.
You're not gonna wait and
like, you're not gonna wait. You're not even probably going to think like, oh shit, my phone's in my pocket. You're just gonna go.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go, and you're gonna go to either the one that's closest to you,
yeah,
or your own daughter.
Yeah.
So
fuck off. 61%.
They're wrong. The spouse and the lover. Oh god, is it another cheating one? You are an EMT on the scene of a car crash that involves your spouse and the lover you didn't know she or he had. They are both gravely injured. Your spouse's injuries are the worst of them. You can tell it's unlikely she or he will pull through. Meanwhile, his or her lover has a neck wound that will prove fatal if pressure isn't applied soon. Whom do you choose to work on?
Spouse, is that just family?
Spouse is your husband or your wife.
Oh, okay, so it's a secret love affair.
Yeah. So work on your spouse, even though he or she cheated and probably won't pull through. Your loyalty lies with them.
Leave them
work
both.
on his or her lover. They can definitely be saved, and even though you may hate them, saving them is your job.
Leave them.
mean...
No.
I'd leave them both.
Alright, work on your spouse, even though she's cheated and probably won't pull
Wait,
through.
they're both gravely injured. Your spouse's injuries, the worst of them. You can tell it's unlikely he or she will pull through. Meanwhile, his or her lover has a neck wound that will prove fatal if pressure isn't applied soon. So
Also,
basically, the person they're cheating with has a higher chance of survival.
Also, same thing, like, you don't know that it's her lover. I mean, it might just be a friend in her car, you know?
Yeah.
So, I think the same thing.
But are they unconscious?
What?
Are they unconscious? Because it could be that the woman is screaming like, honey, honey, are you okay, honey?
Yeah, I don't know. If she's almost dead, I think she's probably not gonna scream.
I don't know.
honey.
To be honest, I really don't want to answer this one because
I know. I would go for spouse. I mean, it's the same thing as last question. Like, it's still someone you love, you know.
yeah, but they cheated.
Yeah, but still, you don't know that at the moment. Like, people act weird when stuff like this happens, you know. Like, the same thing with the 61% of people that
Yeah,
say
but it says work on your spouse even though he or she cheated and probably won't pull through. Like, your spouse is going to die anyway. Like, he has or she, like he or she has a less survival chance than the person they're with. So, like, in a working kind of point, like in a working point of view, like if you only have like the vision of your job, then you would go for the person with the highest chance of survival.
But
then again, like
same thing applies as the last question. It's someone you know, so you can't do the whole like, oh, it's my job. No, at the moment something like that happens, it's chaos. You know, you don't think about your job or which one pulls out, or like which one has a higher chance of survivability, whatever. You just go for your lover, I guess.
Yeah, true.
See, it's the same thing with those 60% of people. Like, at the moment when something like that happens, it's just chaos.
Yeah,
like now
true.
it's easy to say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for the spouse because for the lover because the spouse is probably going to die anyway. You don't know that at the moment.
Yeah, I guess. Difficult decision. All of them have been difficult so far. You and your son are prisoners at a concentration camp. Oh boy.
Well, this is
Your son tried to escape but was recaptured and sentenced to hang at the gallows. To send a message to all others who may try to escape, the guard orders you to pull the chair out from under your son. If you refuse, the guard will kill your son and another innocent person in the camp. What do you do? So it's your son dies either
Anyways,
way.
Yeah.
Like there's no way you can save your son. So it's either you pull the chair and you're the reason of his death, or your son gets killed anyway and they will kill another person.
I don't know. I think
This is probably the hardest one so far.
I probably refuse. Just the same as the last couple of questions. It's still someone you love, and you know you do weird shit when you know lovers are involved. Well, lovers, spouse, or family. So I think I'd just stay and do nothing.
I would probably refuse to.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that people do these quizzes and just pick like
The one that
the
they feel
decision that they feel are the most empathy or
like,
whatever.
Oh, if I choose this one, I'm a good person.
I'm a good person, but in the end they're probably going to choose the other one, so... A doctor's dilemma. You are a doctor at a top hospital. You have 6 gravely ill patients, 5 of whom are in urgent need of organ transplants. You can't help them, though, because there are no available organs that can be used to save their lives. The 6th patient, however, will die without a particular medicine. If he or she dies, you will be able to save the other 5 patients by using the organs of patient 6, who is an organ donor. What do you do?
This one is a... That's the...
So sacrifice a life and save 5 of them...
Or kill, or kill, I mean...
So sacrifice a life and save 5 people, or let 5 people die and save 1 person's life. Keep patient 6 comfortable, but do not give him the medical care that could save his life in order to save the other 5 patients, or save patient 6 and let the other 5 die. It's unfortunate, but that's not your call to make. This is... Oof.
Well,
I mean, to be honest...
it says in the answer, like, it's not your call to make. You just do your job, and that's to save 1 patient that you can actually save at the moment.
At the moment, yeah, true.
Letting someone die is not the thing that a doctor has to...
That's not your job, yeah.
You know, that's for the family to you know...
And probably in real life, it's probably going to be like that.
Yeah, it's going to be like
they're gonna
this.
save who they can save. But if they really had the choice, it's like 5 lives to 1.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like if you don't have any organ donators, then in real life, yeah, that's tough luck. Like if you don't have people willing to donate an organ or whatever, then yeah.
All right, let's look at it like this. What if you were the one that had to make the call, like, you know, without the whole, like, it's the family that should, you know, decide what to do with the I guess the organ donor. What if it was like your call, like, I don't know.
Well, it says that patient 6 is an organ donor anyway. Patient 6 is an organ donor anyway.
I'd go for, I don't know, saving 5.
To look at it from a realistic point of view, they're probably going to save patient 6.
Yeah, but...
Oh, but they know that he's an organ donor. It says in his files that he's an organ donor in case he dies.
Yeah, but let's not look at it like it's in in real life. Like, what if you were the one that had to decide?
I would say 5.
Keep the 5.
I would say 5. I would say save 5 people, sacrifice 1 life. Because
I do the same
it
thing.
is sacrificing 1 life to save 5 of them. So it's unfortunate, but
We're always the ones that. I was choosing the lesser of the 2, I guess.
well, okay.
I think it's the same thing that you said. Like they answered this because they want to feel good, but at the same
But
time.
yeah, but this one is not really like they answer this one because they want to make themselves feel like a good person, because this one is just a realistic point of view.
Yeah, well, but it's not realistic,
I know, it's just a dilemma that you have to like. Oh, you made it to the end. Okay.
Well,
dilemmas.
are we the bad guys?
Are we the bad guys?
Are we the bad guys?
Let us know in the comments if we're the bad guys.
Are we the bad guys? Let us
Dislike
know
the video if we're the
what
bad
answer
guys.
you would have picked. Let's say the first answer is A and the second answer is B. Because it's
Yeah, A and B.
and then go
Or
down.
1 or 2.
A and B.
A and B.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and whatever. Let us know what you guys would have picked, and are we the bad guys?
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.